There we go.
We got
Okay,
it?
we got it. Okay, this is Nessyp of Nessyp Entertainment. We are here at the Florida Future Factory. And so this is my friend over here, Miss Krystal. Miss Krystal, how are you, darling?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay. So, you, and hopefully I got this right, writer, director, producer of Data File.
Correct.
Correct. Okay. So, Miss Krystal, tell me, how did you come up with the idea for Data File, which is a short film, you guys, just to let you know.
Okay, so the idea of data file actually came to my attention when I realized that my son was being targeted on his gaming console by someone that was trying to make him believe that they were in love with him, and it was not a teenage girl that was talking to him.
Okay.
And I realized how easily you can be targeted even in your own home. So I had to put something out there to kind of raise awareness, make people think, and just take that little extra step with your privacy settings to see who and how and when people are talking to your child.
Okay. So, what made you come up with doing the film?
So what made me come up with doing the film? Well,
Why did you decide to do the film?
so I decided to do the film because when I contacted authorities and let them know that my son was being targeted, they said no crime was actually committed.
Oh my goodness.
They said no crime was actually committed. So my doing the film was because I want parents to know the severity of human trafficking and people being targeted and how vulnerable anybody can be.
Especially children.
Especially children. I mean, my son is a teenager and he's right at that stage of everything is changing, and him and his brother like the same girl. His brother got the girl, he didn't, and so he was the perfect target at that moment.
Wow.
Yeah, so
In getting the police involved, did they have any idea? And just saying that no crime had been committed, but do you think that they really realize how big a deal this is right now? I mean, with everything going on, there's not just children, but adults as well. So do you think that they even have any idea?
my answer is how could they not?
Okay.
How could they not? Because it's in our faces. We know stuff is happening all the time. People are coming up missing, men, women, children of every ethnic background. And it is a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Wow.
It is huge. It is huge.
Okay, so Krystal, what advice would you give to parents of teenagers right now that are really not paying attention? Because you were very adamant and diligent about paying attention to what your children were doing. So other than asking parents to pay attention to what their children are doing, is there any other advice that you would give them?
Take the step for yourself. Take the step for yourself. Be very cautious who you're talking to, because that person behind that screen may send you a picture and it's a picture they got from somewhere else. Let your parents know, hey, can you help me set up my privacy settings? Because a lot of the parents are not aware that that's even possible, that the people from all over the world can contact and message in anytime you're gaming and you don't know who they are. You just don't know. So, I mean, it's a big risk that they're taking just being online, but then they can be online and have a great time doing it. I game with my children, so that brought me into the gaming even more, and I found that we are closer. I learned more about my children, how they deal with people who are unkind, and just we have a really good time doing that. So, in a sense, it brought us closer by me taking that step to do that. And I love it. I absolutely love it. So gaming can be a lot of fun, and you can connect with your children who the teenage world is kind of getting drawn further away from the parents, because a lot of times we forget what it was like when we were a child. So we're so busy and getting caught up with the world and bills and, all this stuff. But taking that little step, get to know your children. Try the game. You may like it. You may not be good at first, but you know what? I can put them down sometimes.
That is so cool. So
Yeah.
would you think that not just gaming, but also other means of social media, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, do you think that that also plays a part instead of just gaming?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I will tell you, I know that a lot of people have heard of catfishing.
Mm-hmm.
It is in every bit of social media. I am cautious of what apps my children have, what apps I have myself. And I have Facebook and all that, but I'm weaning it down to the people I know.
Okay.
You know, to the people I know. Because really, I don't need to have 1,000 people on there that I don't know.
Right.
People that may be taking, because when you put a picture on there, anybody can take a snap of it and use it for their profile. And that's what people do.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm weaning out the ones that I don't know, because when I first started Facebook, I didn't know. I was just accepting every, okay, hey, yeah. But that's not the case anymore. And I talk to my children. I make them aware. I let them know, hey, there's a lot of ugliness in the world. You don't have to be afraid to do things, but you have to be on your toes and pay attention and know what you're doing. You know, don't take this picture for granted that this is who that person
Right.
is.
Right.
You know, make sure it's somebody you know. And if you have a question about somebody, come to me and I will talk to them. You know, I'll find out if it's somebody you game with, you want to be friends with. Well, let's talk. Let's talk to the parents.
Okay.
Because you know what, these kids, they'll have a parent.
Right.
And I think the parents would respect that, going, hey, somebody's playing and gaming with my child, you know, and the parent to take the step, to take the step and say, hey, yeah, this is who it is. So,
Okay, so Krystal, how do you think that it has changed your children's lives with you getting involved in this?
we're closer. I feel that they know they're safe with me. They know they can tell me anything. And who's to say that my child wouldn't have snuck out to go meet somebody he thought was this girl talking to him? He thought somebody besides his family loved him. But he knows I love him. He knows God loves him. He knows a lot of people love him.
Okay.
You know, and we network and work together as a team, so it really makes a difference.
I want to congratulate you. I know that you've submitted your film Data Fell to a lot of film festivals, so I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that you get into every last one of them that you want to. Krystal, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me.
Thank you for having me.
No, this is so cool. I love her. You will definitely hear more from Miss Krystal. Oh, is there another film that you're working on right now?
There is. There's actually 2 more that I'm working on. Data File is a feature that is put out there as a short, but I have one that's just life, and it's a comedy.
Okay.
And then it's just like little things that people do that you like, did they really do that? So yeah, it's life.
Okay.
And then my other one is making people aware of being on the registry for being a stem cell transplant donor.
Oh, okay.
So when somebody has blood cancer, if somebody is already on the registry, their survival rate is so much higher. And 97% of the time it comes from a non-related donor.
Wow.
So say your mom or your brother or somebody is dealing with blood cancer, trying to find a donor. Hopefully somebody took the time just to swab their cheek and get on a registry and save someone's life.
Wow. That is so interesting. Well, I can't wait till it comes out, Miss Krystal. So there you have it, you guys. Look for Miss Krystal. This has been Nessyp of Nessyp Entertainment. Back to you in the studio.